How is it possible that two friends who were supportive to each other in the early days of their music career have now become staunch enemies? Is it because Drake gave tremendous support to Kendrick in his early days, giving him a foothold in the industry? Aubrey Graham and Kendrick Lamar have been the two biggest names in the hip-hop scene over the last decade. Their back-to-back achievements are supposed to have strengthened their back-in-the-day friendship. Unfortunately, it has deepened the divide. So how did this all happen? How did this become the biggest rivalry in hip-hop's history? Let's get into the story. In 2011, Kendrick had his first show in Toronto, Canada. When Drake heard of it, he chatted him up and asked for them to meet up in his studio. With the desire to bring Kendrick to a bigger audience, Drake requested Kendrick to do the vocals for his first studio album, Take Care.
A while back when I did my first show out there, he called me up, man, we had a few drinks, and, he always said he was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music. And we've just been chopping it up since, man, and, hit me up one day and said, you know what, handpicked, man, I want you to be on this tour with me. And, it's a lot of artists out there, man, that could have been on that tour with doing. For him to just, sit there and respect my music, get the same mutual respect, that's a blessing within itself, so.
The pair were very close that Kendrick laughed it off when DMX called Drake disrespectful and promised to beat him up.
Right there.
Okay. Now, why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake.
Mom,
I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
Geez, I be trying to
I don't
tell
like
these
his
people.
face. I don't like the way he walks, like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just, let me shut up.
Kendrick went on to profess his love for Drake at a radio station in Los Angeles.
I respect their music,
Like that.
for sure. I respect them as individuals and creators. I think what the media tried to do is insane, because they take these black, young brothers and really try to clash it and make bump heads.
And this wasn't one-sided either. In 2012, Drake spoke well of Kendrick Lamar on stage at the BET Music Matters tour.
I've been on tour with this guy. This is like actually one of my real friends. You meet a lot of people in the business. This is one of my real friends, and I swear almost every single night, all this nigga would ever tell me is, I fucking love Toronto. So y'all make some noise for Kendrick Lamar one time.
Kendrick's talent was so astounding that Snoop Dogg couldn't overlook it, prompting him to pass the torch of West Coast rap to him.
Brilliant what you do, and the people out here, they represent it, and they showing you that. I'ma say this and I'ma mean this. Nigga, you got the torch, nigga, you better run with it. You better run with it, nigga, cause it's yours.
In the early stage of their beef, legendary OAP Marcellus Wiley said that one of the rappers spoke rudely of the other, and his management requested that the interview be deleted from being aired.
You're saying it was either Drake or Kendrick.
Oh, it was the individual. Oh yeah, this was
Drake or Kendrick went on your show, went ballistic against the other person.
Yeah.
He also compared their both beef to the era of Pac and Biggie, even though it might not be as violent as theirs.
They thinking of Tupac and Biggie, so they're like, if anything, this might save us and save some lives. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna go there, but whatever.
Few years down the line, he opened up to the identity of the rapper who spoke rudely of the other, and it was Drake.
It turned into him going at Kendrick Lamar, and really going at Kendrick Lamar, saying, man, come on, man, I'm me and he's him, and all like he just sunning him. And he just kept talking trash about Kendrick.
At this point, hip-hop lovers all over the world began finding themselves favoring one artist's talent over the other. And this wasn't different with former US President Barack Obama when he was asked who's better between Drake and Kendrick.
If Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle, who do you think would win?
Got to go with Kendrick. I'm just saying, I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album was outstanding.
And talking about being outstanding. In the years following, Drake and Kendrick had dissed themselves in a lot of songs, with hip-hop fans getting scared it might go violent, which it actually did, as a fan was arrested after he attempted to shoot Drake at his apartment in Toronto.
We begin with breaking news following a developing story out of Toronto where police confirmed that they are investigating an overnight shooting outside of the home of rapper Drake.
And Breaking news out of Canada, rapper Drake's mansion is at the center of a shooting investigation right now. Police in Toronto say one man was shot and is in the hospital. It comes as the rapper has been in the news for a highly contentious, very public, weeks-long feud with another rapper, Kendrick Lamar.
On the other hand, legendary rappers like T.I. and 50 Cent actually saw Drake and Kendrick's long-term beef as something healthy for the hip-hop community.
And it was a good period for hip-hop in general because they produce like better material faster.
Yeah.
It forced them to work.
I always approve of rap battles. That's the essence of the game. It goes back to, Busy B and Kumo D, and even further than that. So it's part of the game, as long as it doesn't get physical, because that's not rap.
Kanye also wasn't left out, as he took the moment as an opportunity to go at the Canadian.
You're gonna go and, DM every single girl in your family, every single girl around your family, all your niggas, girl, da-da-da.
In a response to Kendrick diss, Drake called him an hungry underdog, whose verses and songs are only wavy in the first few weeks of release. Afterwards, they become forgettable.
He is the underdog that's extremely hungry. He's giving people moments, like that verse was a moment to talk about. But if I asked you, for example, how does that verse start?
Even though Drake usually throws sublime jabs to Kendrick in his songs, in person, he admits that Kendrick is a good guy and thinks he has a lot of potential when asked if Kendrick was his biggest competition.
I think that Kendrick has the utmost potential, man. I see Kendrick tomorrow, I'm gonna dap him. I know that verse had no malice behind it because I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love.
Just like it's common for rappers to record diss tracks to fellow rappers, it wasn't alien to Kendrick to diss other rappers as well. However, his constant jabs to Drake made the once upon a time love they had for each other to begin strain along the line. Their bad blood even spilled through when Kendrick got more nominations and awards than Drake at the 2012 BET. With the wounds still fresh, Drake broke Spotify's streaming record for the year, solidifying his position as the #1 rapper miles ahead of Kendrick Lamar. But this was not going to be for long, because few months after this, at the 58th Grammys, Kendrick was the most nominated and awarded artiste, going home with 11 nominations and 5 awards.
And the Grammy goes to
Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar!
Drake vehemently refused to congratulate Kendrick on these occasions, leading fans to believe that the love he professes for Kendrick in interviews are actually fake, and is just to hide his hatred for him. In an interview with DJ Whoop, Kendrick disputed the rhetoric that he and Drake were not in good terms, claiming it was fans projecting their views on both of them.
That's the people digging in way too far. That's
I think people want that.
Yeah, it's so bad. People pick at things all day, every day. I can't get mad at it, but they're reaching.
He, however, went on to say that he doesn't see them working on a project together either.
I couldn't. We come from two different worlds, two different backgrounds. I really don't see that playing out, as entertaining. Maybe to, the people listening, but not for myself, for sure.
One would think that because both rappers haven't dropped their albums at the same time, maybe, just maybe, we might not be able to know which artist actually got the streets. However, in 2017, Kendrick released his 4th studio album, Damn, whilst Drake dropped More Life 3 weeks before. As fate would have it, Damn bagged 5 awards in the 60th Grammys, including the Best Album category. So with Kendrick having wins upon wins, Drake turned around to say that he has a lot of respect for Kendrick and J. Cole.
I have a lot of respect for, the other 2 guys that I'm constantly, up against, which is Cole and Kendrick.
Three-headed monster.
Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for those guys because they also continue to, stay true to what we started with, and finding new ways to do it.
Uncomfortable with this, J. Cole dropped a diss song for Kendrick, which he apologized afterwards.
I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a microphone? So I just want to come up here and be publicly be bruh, that was the lamest, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path.
As Cole and Kendrick resumed their friendship, with Cole deleting the Beef song from his catalog afterwards, Kendrick went on a break and stopped dropping music for a long while. In reaction to this, Drake said, unlike him, Kendrick isn't fit for hip-hop.
You know how I'm feeling? I got my fucking head up high, my back straight, I'm 10 toes down in Florida or anywhere else I go, and I know that no matter what, it's not a nigga on this earth that can ever me in my life. And that's how I want you to walk out of here tonight.
Is Drake the reason Kendrick even blew up? Or has Kendrick outgrown the man who once ruled the charts? Some say Kendrick is the new king, others think Drake's still untouchable. But here's the real question. Is Drizzy low-key jealous that a kid from Compton is stealing his crown? The battle for rap's top spot is getting heated, so who really runs the game, the Six God or Kung Fu Kenny? Drop your take in the comments, this one's about to get spicy. This rap beef is far from over. Drake and Kendrick have gone bar for bar, with 9 diss tracks between them in 2024 alone, and it's got uglier by the verse. But things took a dark turn when Kendrick called Drake a pedophile, bringing up that infamous moment where he kissed a minor on stage. And Drake? He didn't stay quiet. His reply was sharp, cold, and aimed straight at Kendrick's legacy. This isn't just rap, it's war. Watch this video to see Drake's reply to Kendrick's allegation.
From the start, I lost my step deep within your